off-Broadway and beyond. Some eccentric and exciting shows from around the world are coming to New York City. It's the International Fringe Encore Play Series at the SoHo Playhouse, where standout performances from Fringe Festivals around the world get an off-Broadway run. And here to tell us more about it is SoHo Playhouse Artistic Director Darren Lee Cole and Managing Director Britt Layfield. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So, Darren, let's start with you. Now, I've heard the term...
Well, thank you, Cindy.
You're welcome. I have heard the term Fringe Festival, Darren. What makes something fringe?
Well, it's actually a unique story. What makes something fringe originally is from the International Edinburgh Arts Festival. And that was a big international festival, and artists that weren't involved on the fringes of that festival made their own art. And that's the origins of the Fringe Festival. So Fringe has now represented something that's edgy or out of the box and risk-taking theater.
Okay. And Britt, the SoHo Playhouse is all about bringing diverse voices to the stage. How do the shows coming to festival support that?
Well, there's not only the diversity of the locations that they're from. These are literally shows that were pulled from Fringe festivals all over the world. So we have acts from Lagos, Africa, Australia, Britain, and even from the United States out in California. So it's unique in that way, not only geographically, but also subject matter wise. It's great to have a diversity of voices that come in. We have strong LGBTQ shows from the show in particular from Africa has a great colonization voice to it, and just the subject matters themselves are all unique across the board, whether it's about sexual abuse or a new take on a classic, which we have a one-woman Jekyll and Hyde coming in. So it's diversity from all points, not only location but also subject matter and casting.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Darren, how are the shows selected and what are you looking for? Okay, we're having a little technical problems. Britt, what are some of the shows you're looking most forward to?
Well, we have such a diverse lineup this year. We have 9 different shows from around the world. And not only do I personally love subject matter, but I also love interesting ways of telling stories. So right off the bat, we start off with a great show from the Edinburgh Fringe Festival called Bacon. It is about an encounter, 2 young men having an encounter with each other early in life, and they meet up later on, and their lives have come in very different, gone off into very different segments, but the entire show takes place on a giant seesaw that they balance on, that they perform the entire show on, showing not only the power balance between them, but also engaging in some really unique stagecraft as well. And then there's just subject matter as well. I mentioned briefly before, I'm really interested in the one-woman Jekyll and Hyde, which is an entirely new take on that story. And also our Esther's Revenge, which is our show I mentioned from Lagos, which is all about a true life crime trial that a woman who's put on trial in the early 50s for killing her white lover. So not only does it take place in Africa and has to deal with colonization and racism, but also just takes the general subject matter of that time period and the kind of sexual balance between people and relationships in that time. So it's all about unique storytelling, unique staging. That's what we look for, and that's what I'm excited about seeing in this year's lineup.
And Britt, tell us about how people can get tickets to the show.
You can check out our website, which is www.sohoplayhouse.com or fringeencoreseries.com. Both have the entire lineup there, descriptions and information on each of the 9 shows, and links to get tickets.
All right, it sounds very exciting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And if you want to see any of these exciting shows, the series runs from January 4th to February 11th. Tickets are only $39, and we have a link to the full schedule of shows on our website, cbsnewyork.com.